This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, we have part 2 of our series on what to do if you are in a situation with an active shooter. Good evening and thank you for joining us at FYI. I'm Ken Cara. Well, due to the forecast of inclement weather, the City of Hazleton has postponed tonight's fireworks display. City Recreation Director Fred Barletta Jr. tells FYI that the fireworks have been rescheduled to this Sunday, July 6th at Harmon Guy Stadium. Gates will open at 6 p.m. with the program at 7 and the fireworks at dusk. Again, the fireworks display for the City of Hazleton will be held this Sunday, July 6th. Meanwhile, the fireworks scheduled for Wright Township this evening have been rescheduled for Saturday evening in Wright Township. In other news, a Hazleton man was robbed at gunpoint early this morning. It happened around 1 a.m. in the area of West Green and North Laurel Streets in Hazleton. The suspect is described as a black male, about 5 feet 6 inches tall, with short hair, wearing a white t-shirt and blue jeans. Anyone with any information is asked to dial 911. Yesterday, we told you Hazleton area's softball coach was suspended from coaching in District 2 of the PIAA for all of next season. Today, the Hazleton Standard Speaker had a story saying that there is still a state police investigation involving the coach Vince Trivalpiece. All this stems from the use of an ineligible player during 2 games this past season. The superintendent of the Hazleton Area School District, Francis X. Antonelli, says the player was ineligible because of an injury and told the Standard Speaker that concussion management and head injuries are very serious and that there are risks with putting an injured player back on the field that could be, quote, not only life-altering but life-ending, end quote. For more information on this story, you can read today's Standard Speaker. As promised, Congressman Lou Barletta took part in a field hearing today in McAllen, Texas.
Mr. Governor, as a mayor of Hazleton for 11 years, I saw firsthand what a burden illegal immigration has on local government.
This is video courtesy of a live feed from today's hearing in Texas. It was hosted by the Homeland Security Committee. Barletta made the trip to see firsthand the crisis at the Texan border and hoped to gain answers on how it will be addressed. He is a Pennsylvania Capitol Police officer who is now holding seminars to help people survive an active shooter situation. Tonight in part 2, he shares his life-saving information with our Lisa Sugar.
Would you know what to do if you were involved in a situation where there was an active shooter? We're pleased to welcome back Danny Miner, who was the former chief of police in Freeland, a member of the Capitol Police Force in Harrisburg, and now is hosting a variety of seminars on active shooters and crime prevention. Danny, you told us some of the stats and everything yesterday. Can you tell us now, what do people do? Some advice you have for our viewers that, God forbid, they're ever in such a situation.
You know, first of all, crime prevention and the active shooter training, honestly, Lisa, it's common sense. We just don't practice it. The number one thing in crime prevention and active shooters, trust your gut instincts, okay? And I know women get it even more than men. You get that little gut feeling that something's not right. 90% of the time, they've done studies on instincts. Your gut instincts are right 90% of the time. I mean, that's great odds. We went to Mohegan Sun, pulled that lever, the slot machine, we won 90% of the time. We wouldn't have to work, okay? Your odds, all I'm telling you is, if you feel something's not right, it's not right 90% of the time. You're only wrong 1 out of 10 times. So stay with your gut instincts. On surviving an active shooter, there's 3 things they teach you. And they teach you it from other people that have survived these incidents. It was a study done by Homeland Security. It sounds simple, but people just don't practice it. It's called run, hide, and fight. And it sounds simple. The run part is, think about yourself at work today, okay? If there was a shooting in the lobby area of this building, what is your quickest way out? That's when they say run. Find an escape route. When you're at the mall today, think while you're walking at the mall. If there's a shooting at the front of the mall, the back of the mall, what's my quickest escape route from this place? That's what they're talking about with the run. The hide, and how they got the hide was, in the Virginia Tech incident, there was one room that lived through the whole shooting. He shot 32 people in that incident. And what they did was they barricaded themselves in a room. He tried the door, he tried to get in, they actually laid on the ground, held the door shut from the bottom with a desk, and he shot through the door, but he wasn't able to get in. He went on to another room. As sick as this sounds, they believe this day is going to make them famous. They can't take 5 minutes to break into a room because they know the cops are coming. They're going to, as sick as this sounds, they're going to the next group of screaming people. Barricading yourself in and hiding works. It worked in the Virginia Tech incident. It worked in some parts of the Columbine incident, and that's how we got the hide. The last incident, and I've never, 26 years in law enforcement, I never told people to fight back because I'm putting them in danger. I say I'm putting them at a risk. Listen, you're already at risk. There's a guy with a gun coming after you. You're already at risk. If you can't run, you can't hide, you got to fight back. What we learned from 9/11 on Flight 93, one-on-one, not so good. Two-on-one, your odds are better. You attack in a group, you try to disarm the guys. People going to get hurt, yes, but you have no choice. That person's coming. You got to pick up weapons. You got to attack him when he's not noticing, coming through a door, and you attack as a group. And we learned that from Flight 93 and 9/11. No one will ever take over a plane with a razor blade again. Never.
Wow.
And my seminar is 2 hours, so I gave you that really brief, and we go over in depth of how to survive that.
It's a very scary situation, but we're reading and hearing about it way too often. Is there anything that can be done or changed to stop this? There's just nothing we can do to prevent it from happening again?
Well, you know what? I look at these incidents, and I've read so many books on this. I went through so many seminars, and my biggest thing is a lot of people say, well, it's gun control, it's this and that. And listen, I'm not a gun guy. I have my service revolver, and I have a gun my dad willed to me. I shoot 3 times a year. It's not guns. You know, we pass gun laws. You know, it's not going to stop these incidents. They get these guns illegally. They buy them illegally. Let me just give you a hint. Bad guys don't go by the law. That's why they're bad guys, okay? And these incidents, I would say we need to fix the mental health system. The mental health system is broken. The only thing you could do when somebody calls that a person might have these thoughts is a 302 commitment. And Lisa, you can only keep them up to 72 hours in a 302 commitment. We have to fix the mental health laws way before we fix the guns. The mental health is the problem.
All right, we're running out of time, but we want to tell everybody that they can learn what you're teaching in your seminars in the borough of Freeland coming up in August.
Yes, August 14th, I believe it's a Thursday at 7 p.m. at the Senior Center. I will be putting on a free seminar for them Crime Watch meeting.
All right, so if you want to learn in depth what Danny is teaching all over the place, come out to Freeland on August 14th for that special seminar at 7 o'clock and learn how you can live and stay safe. And heaven forbid you're ever in that situation, but if you do, hopefully you'll know how to stay safe. Danny, thank you so much for being here. We hope you'll come back.
Oh, I definitely will. Thank you for having me.
If you want to see part 1, you can always go to our Facebook page or website, ssptv.com, to check out part 1 of that active shooter discussion. Now, here's our community calendar. This weekend, on Saturday and Sunday, the Carbon County Animal Shelter is having a yard sale from 9 until 1:30 p.m., so 9 a.m. until 1:30 p.m. The proceeds will go to the general operations of the shelter, and we will have much more on the shelter this weekend on FYI Weekend, which premieres Saturday at 9 a.m. Coming up next on FYI, Janine starts a new In Your Community segment all about nutrition. And later in the show, we'll play Know Your Teammate with the former Lady Cougars who are now getting ready for college.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
We're in your community today with a brand new segment called Healthy Habits, and we're with Amy Cartwright, who is a dietitian. And thanks for having us into your home.
You're welcome.
You know, it's summertime and everyone is always in a rush. Everyone is always on the go, but we want to try to eat healthy. I'm sure you want us to eat healthy.
Absolutely. And being prepared and planned and bringing things with you will definitely help you do that.
All right, so today we're going to talk about things, if you have children or children around, that you can have in the house that are very easy, and it's about being prepared.
Right. The more you have, we talked about this earlier, the more you have available, the more likely they are to eat it. If you don't buy the fruit and vegetables, they're not going to eat the fruits and vegetables. If you leave them in the fridge and don't have them out for them, again, they're not visually not there, so they may not go for them. So having them out maybe as like a little fruit tray or a veggie tray, or having them involved in the shopping process and cooking process will increase their intake of these types of foods. So making it fun too, colorful, talk about the different colors of the rainbow, especially if they're younger, that can help educationally as well as nutritionally.
So to give you some ideas, and this is just basic, again, shopping the outside of the supermarket, right? That's the perimeter.
Yes, that's where all your fresh foods are going to be. You have your fruits and vegetables. You have your dairy, so you want to choose low-fat dairy, and frozen foods. So frozen foods can be healthy. Again, frozen vegetables are very healthy. They're just as healthy as fresh vegetables. They're convenient. And again, people may eat them more because they're quick and convenient. You can pull a cup or two out if you want one, whereas fresh vegetables take a little bit more time to prepare. Again, equally as healthy, so it just depends even on the time of year and what your schedule is like. Other frozen foods you want to avoid that are very processed, high in sodium, that type of stuff. But generally the perimeter is going to have your healthy foods.
Okay, and you don't have to spend a lot of time and make these elaborate meals if you're not the greatest cook or really don't like cooking.
Yes. I suggest, again, involving your kids in the menu picking. Pick maybe 2 or 3 things that you're really good at that are quick and easy, chicken and salsa with some rice or some type of healthy starch. A couple different dishes that you're going to be really good at and do those most often, especially when you know the time of year you're busier. If you have a time of year that you're not running around, after school or in the summer, then you may want to make things that are a little bit more elaborate.
Okay, so again, some choices that we have here today, and leaving them out is really the best policy. I did that test like last week. I bought my groceries and I put everything in the fridge. The fruits where they belong, the veggies where they belong. And yeah, they asked for them sometimes, but relatively they sat in there. Then I took them out and I cut them up and they were
Gone.
Gone, especially
sight.
with taking my kids with me to work. I'll bring the grapes, I'll bring the peppers. So we have a nice choice of peppers and peaches and a nice array of fruit here. Salsa, I could eat salsa every day. My kids love it.
Yeah.
And again, little things. They love applesauce, the yogurt, which you talked about, keep it low fat, right?
Yeah, and you can even freeze the yogurt. Again,
Right.
Go-Gurts even for kids. You can freeze them, bring them with you. They can eat it frozen, which would be a neat treat, but also, if you're not going to eat it right away, it could defrost a little bit and still be cold.
All right, next week on Healthy Habits, we are going to continue our conversation with Amy Cartwright, a dietitian right here in Greater Hazleton, and we are going to talk about foods that you can take with you on the go.
Healthy Habits is brought to you by Gold Sure Safe Supermarket, Route 93 in Cunningham. Fresh produce, quality meats, and friendly service. Large enough to serve you, small enough to know you. 570-788-1176.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Well, here's one way to beat the heat: get blasted with a fire hose. Just kidding, that's not safe. These men and women keep us safe every day, and on FYI Weekend, we'll take you inside this training session. But right now, here's your weather forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight, showers are expected and thunderstorms mainly before 11 p.m., and some of the storms can produce gusty winds and heavy rain. The low tonight will be 60, and there is an 80% chance of those showers and thunderstorms. Let's take a look at the extended forecast that includes Independence Day, the 4th of July. There is a chance of showers on Friday, 30% chance, and it will be a little windy, wind 8 to 14 miles per hour, but we will get up to 71 degrees. For Friday night, mostly clear, the low is 54. Saturday, sunny, the high is 75. Saturday night will be clear with the low at 53. On Sunday, we can expect sunny skies and a high at 80. Sunday night will be cloudy with a low at 60. And then Monday, our high is 84. Monday night, it will be 65.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Stop on in for a cold treat including our ice cream and yogurt, or some hot food including our burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazleton. Treat yourself today.
Now, as long as the weather cooperates, here is a list of firework displays that will take place in our area to celebrate Independence Day. And now here's your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers. The daily 717, remember that area code. The big 4, 8938, Quinto 97542, and Treasure Hunt 4, 6, 16, 23, 27. We have a game show next in sports.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
Tonight, it's a Know Your Teammate first. For the first time ever, we have teammates and twins competing for the most coveted title in local sports, the KYT Championship. Becky and Angie Marchetti are two successful runners who just graduated from the Hazleton Area High School. The sisters are heading to Waynesburg University, where they will both be on the cross-country and track teams. As Lady Cougars, they were members of the 15-1 cross-country team that went to states and the 6-1 track and field team. We caught up with the two distance runners, and they were our latest contestants on Know Your Teammate.
Welcome, sports fans, to Know Your Teammate. We start with Becky answering questions about her sister Angie. The first question, what was her favorite Halloween costume?
I'm going to go on a limb here, and I'm going to say her pirate costume.
Pirate costume?
She is wrong. Yes. My favorite was being a witch. I was at 3 years because I loved it so much.
All right. Why'd you like being a witch so much?
I really liked the hat of it. It was a nice feeling of a hat.
All right, it is possible for a runner to recover from a rocky start. So, Becky, what is Angie's biggest highlight of her athletic career?
I would probably have to say during cross country when she ran her best time with a 19:28.
She's correct. I think she hugged me after all that sweat. She just comes over because I was happy after the finish line. I was like, oh my God, I just got my best time. I was crying. I was happy, hugging everybody. And then Becky's like, oh, you got it. And she just hugs over me.
So we know that Angie is a gifted runner, but what is she not so good at?
I kind of want to say drawing.
Drawing?
Yeah.
Would that be right?
Yeah, I could do stick figures if that counts. Oh, I try so hard, but I can't. I could color. I could.
Yeah.
She draws really good. Yeah, she's really good. She just took that skill. She left me hanging on that one.
So that's 4 right for Becky, and now it's Angie's turn in the hot seat. We'll start with Becky's favorite athletic career highlight.
I would have to say, for cross country, we were running. It was at the district meet it was last year when we all, both boys and girls, made it to to qualify to go to states. She was our 5th runner, and she was the make or break if we actually made it by those few points or not. So I felt like that was her highlight.
Yes, that is it. We were really close with Abington. So they would have a point, we'd have a point. And when I was running, I just had to beat these 2 girls. So we had it. And we were on the last stretch, and they were ahead of me. But I finally passed them, like you were saying, found that extra gear. So when I passed them, I was just I did it.
This question was really the difference maker in this round of Know Your Teammate. Angie, what is Becky's favorite song?
I'm just going to go with one of my favorite songs. Hopefully it's yours. Taylor Swift. Why you gotta be so mean? Absolutely not.
You look disgusted. Do you like Taylor Swift?
No, not really.
Way off. What is your favorite song?
It's by Luke Bryan, Too Damn Young.
Oh, yes, I knew that one.
So Becky Marchetti wins this very special edition of Know Your Teammate. But the real winner here is Waynesburg University, who's getting 2 great athletes. Just don't expect to see Angie in any art classes, and don't play Taylor Swift as pump-up music before a track meet for Becky.
Congratulations to both sisters and best of luck. Now here's a quick Little League note. Shenandoah is moving on in the District 24 tournament. They are runners-up in Pool 3 with a 3-1 record. Now they will face Origsburg in the quarterfinals. We will keep you updated on the Little League playoffs. Thursday is $1 burger night at Bottlenecks. Get a juicy 4th pound burger for only $1 all night long.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, happy birthday to Clint Reimold. Love from your mom, family, and everyone here at SSPTV. Also tonight, happy 10th birthday to Bruce Hunsinger. Love from your family. Our first announcement, you're invited to a free lunch at the Community Bible Fellowship on Sunday, July 6th from noon to 2 p.m. The church is located on West Spruce Street in Hazleton. The menu will include hot dogs, macaroni salad, fruit salad, and a drink. For more information, please call 570-436-2061. Another announcement, the 15th annual ECUS Road Rally Motorcycle Run, all to benefit the Helping Hand Society, will be held on Saturday, July 26th. The run starts at the Slovak Club in Hazleton with registration beginning at 10 a.m. An after-ride party will be held at the Harwood Fire Company from 2 to 7. For info, call 570-455-4958. And finally, American Legion Mountain Post 781 will be holding a car cruise on Sunday, July 27th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Registration opens at 9 a.m. for only $10 per vehicle. All vehicles are welcome, and they will be having food and refreshments available. For info, 570-868-5362. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of Antoinette Ryan of Mahanoy City. The Louis D. Truskowski Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazleton. For delivery to all local funeral homes, call 570-454-0111. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now in News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is John Yeager of Drums. John, if you're watching, give us a call right now, 570-459-9813 to win your free movie.
Remember, for breaking news, you can go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/FYI News 13 and standardspeaker.com, and also make sure you follow them on social media as well to stay up to date on local news and sports. We will see you on the 4th of July. Until then, take it easy, everyone.